In today's episode, we will discuss about the most sweet and loving pastime of Lord Krishna with his greatest devotees called Madhavendra Puri. It is said in Srimad Bhagavatam in the third canto, Shrutasya Pumsam Suchira Shramasya Nanjasva Suribhir Idito Artaha Tad Gunanu Shravanam Mukunda Charanaravinda Hrudayeshu Esham. Shrutasya Pumsam. You have to hear. Shrutasya means you have to hear. Hear about Krishna. Hear about the pure devotees. And you may say, oh, I'm hearing. Here and there sometimes I hear. No, Srimad Bhagavatam says, Shrutasya Pumsam Suchira. Chira means the long time. Suchira means very long time. You have to hear about Krishna. You have to hear about his great devotees, pure devotees, again and again, for a long time. Just like the Bhagavatam, Suta Goswami and the sages of Naimisharanya, they heard for thousands of years. And now for Janmashtami, many of you have been attending My Sweet Lord from the day one. And we are planning to complete 30 loving pastimes. Not just one day, 2 day, third day, and sometimes I don't appear. No, there is something that Srimad Bhagavatam is promising you. What is that? Shrutasya Pumsam Suchira Shramasya. Shrama means the labor, hard work. It is not easy to every day attend the classes at 9 o'clock and not to miss. There is some kind of a difficulty. There is some kind of a labor. And Bhagavatam recognizes this. Shrutasya Pumsan Suchira Shramasya Nanjasva Suribhir. Suribhir means the devotees. Idito Artaha, especially when devotees describe, when devotees explain, when devotees present the sweet, melodious pastime of Lord Krishna with his great devotees, the pure devotees. And what is that? Tad Gunanu. Guna, the activities and the qualities and the pastimes of Krishna and his devotees. We have to hear about Krishna's devotees. Bhagavatam is saying, Tad Gunanu Shravanam. When you hear about pure devotees of Krishna and Krishna, what happens? Mukunda Charanaravinda Hrudayeshu. Lord Krishna will come and stay in your heart. Mukunda Charanaravinda Hrudayeshu. The Krishna will come and stay in our heart. The sweet Lord Mukunda Krishna will come and stay in our heart. So all of you who are attending every day My Sweet Lord, and some of you must have joined today, some of you must have joined in the last few episodes, my request to all of you is that please spend next few days till Janmashtami as per Srimad Bhagavatam. When you hear about Krishna, Shrutasya Pumsam, especially every day, day after day, Suchira Shramasya, and the result is Mukunda Charanaravinda Hrudayeshu Esham. Lord Krishna, Mukunda will come and stay in your heart. What else we want? That is the result of this My Sweet Lord episode. Not only that, Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki, when you hear about Bhagavata, the pure devotee's pastime, your attraction for Krishna, your devotion to Krishna, your love for Krishna becomes more and more stronger. Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki, and you get the result of studying all the Vedas and Upanishads and Vedanta Sutra Puranas, studying all the scriptures result you will directly get simply by Tad Gunanu Shravanam Mukunda Charanaravinda Hrudayeshu Esham. So let us not miss even a single episode. Let us every day hear about Krishna and welcome Krishna into our hearts so that we celebrate Krishna Janmashtami with our sweet Lord. Today's pastime is about a great devotee called Sri Madhavendra Puri. Sri Madhavendra Puri is the spiritual master of Ishvara Puri, who is the spiritual master of Lord Chaitanya. He's an extraordinary devotee, and this devotee was in Vrindavan. And we all know the greatness of Vrindavan. It is said, somewhere I read when I was in Vrindavan doing parikrama, it was written somewhere in Braj language. I carefully noted it down. It was very nice. It is said that Mukti kahe Gopal se, Mukti, the Mukti Devi, the goddess of liberation, she is telling to Lord Krishna, Gopal, Mukti kahe Gopal se, Meri Mukti bataye, tell me when is my liberation? Hey Krishna, on your order, I'm giving liberation to all those people, your devotees. Can you please tell me when is my liberation? Mukti kahe Gopal se, Meri Mukti bataye. Braj Raj Udi, Krishna said. Immediately Krishna told Mukti Devi, Braj Raj, the dust of this Braj Bhumi, Vrindavan, Vraj Raj Udi aur lagaye mastak ko, Mukti ho jaye. If you put the dust of Vrindavan on your head, Mukti Devi will get Mukti. Even goddess of liberation will get liberated. That is the greatness of Vrindavan. So Madhavendra Puri, who is an ardent devotee of Lord Krishna, who worships Krishna, Nanda Kumara, Vrajesha Tanaya, he comes to Vrindavan. And one of the very favorite pastimes of all the devotees who visit Brajabhumi is that they go for Vrindavan and Govardhana Parikrama. Devotees love doing Govardhan Parikrama. And Madhavendra Puri, who is an extraordinary devotee, he wanted to associate with Krishna in the form of Govardhana Giridhari. It is said, Girirajo Harirupam. Giriraja Harirupam. This Govardhana Giriraja is Lord Krishna's another form. Giriraja Harirupam Govardhana cha Bhagavan. Govardhana cha Bhagavan. Esha Govardhana Sakshat Krishna evana samshayaha. This Govardhana Sakshat Krishna evana samshayaha. There is no doubt that Govardhana Giriraja is Sakshat Krishna, and this is another form of Lord Krishna. So Madhavendra Puri was actually going for Vrindavan Parikrama along with Govardhana. And when they go, the devotees, they relish Lord Krishna's pastimes, because every step in Goloka, Vrindavana, Govardhana, there are innumerable pastimes that Krishna has performed. One can go on saying Krishna did this here, Krishna did that here, Krishna stopped gopis here and asked for the tags, Krishna grew forest flowers here, Krishna had quarreled with Radharani here. Like that, there are innumerable pastimes. And Sri Madhavendra Puri, who is an extraordinary devotee who had carried Krishna, Sri Mukunda Charanaravinda Rudayeshu. Krishna says in Srimad Bhagavatam, very beautifully Lord Krishna tells this. He says that Sadhavo Hrudayo Mahyam, Sadhavo Hrudayo Mahyam. My devotees, they stay in my heart. Great devotees like Srila Prabhupada, Sri Madhavendra Puri, all these acharyas, Krishna is telling in Bhagavatam, Sadhavo Hridayam Mahyam. They stay in my heart. Then where does Krishna stay? If devotees stay in Krishna's heart, where does Krishna stay? Krishna says, Sadhunam Hridayam Tvam Aham. Sadhunam Hridayam Aham. I stay in their heart and they stay in my heart. And he says, Mad. He says that Madhyati other than me, because they made mat chitta, mat gata prana, my devotees. For them, I am their life, I am their existence, I am their whole life and soul. Without me, they can't stay. Without me, they can't breathe. Without me, they can't even think of being on this planet. Krishna says that Sadhavo Rudayam Mahyam Sadhunam Rudayam Tvam Aham Madhyati Na janasi, they don't know anything other than me. I am the only thing that my devotees know. And what about me? He says that Naham tebhyo managapi. Even I don't know anything about other than my devotees. All that I know is only about my pure devotees. I always think of my devotees. I always speak about my devotees. I play with my devotees. I hide from my devotees. I quarrel with my devotees. I do everything with my devotees. I don't know anything other than my devotees. Naham tebhyo managapi. I don't know anything other than my devotees. And my devotees, na janasi. They also don't know anything other than me, because I stay in their heart and they stay in my heart. And Krishna, who stays in the heart of Madhavendra Puri, who has come to Vrindavan, he's going for, Giriraja Hare Rupam Govardhana cha Bhagavan. Yesha Govardhana Sakshat. Krishna evana samshayaha. Krishna himself was come as Govardhana. He was taking every step, relishing Krishna's pastime, going for Govardhana Parikrama, enjoying Krishna's pastime, chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Walking. Sri Madhavendra Puri comes to the place where Govinda Kunda was there. This place, Govinda Kunda, was not an ordinary place. Srimad Bhagavatam, Dashamaskanda, 10th canto, beautifully Vyasadeva describes, and Srila Prabhupada explains in his purports, how Indra, he got extremely angry at Krishna, and he called Samvartaka, the cloud that comes and destroys everything during the annihilation, during the pralaya. He told Samvartaka, go and destroy village of Vrindavan, entire Vrajabhumi you destroy. Why? He got so angry at Krishna. And what does he say? Indra told about Krishna, Vachalam. Krishna is Vachalam, Balisham. He is not only that, Stabdaha, Agnyaha, Panditamaninaha. Krishna is Vachalam. He simply talks buck. Something keeps talking. And everybody listens to him in Vrindavan. He's not some boy, just keeps quiet. Vachalam, keeps on talking. Some useless things he keeps talking, buck. Doesn't stop his mouth. And Balisham, he's actually 7 years old, but he behaves like one small baby, Balisham. He talks continuously, all nonsense, doesn't stop his mouth. And even though he's 7 years old, he talks and behaves like one small baby in Vrindavan. Vachalam, Balisham, and Stabdaha. Generally, you see, you have to bow down before some authorities and you have to surrender to somebody. This boy, Krishna, he is not ready to surrender to any devatas. I am Indra, I shower rain and I take care of everything in this material world. He is telling everyone, don't bow down before Krishna. Stabdaha, he is an arrogant person. Indra is telling this to Samvartaka. Vachalam, Balisham, Stabdaha, arrogant, and Agnya. Agnya means knowledgeable and Agnya means foolish. So Indra is telling this Krishna is a foolish boy. He is arrogant. He behaves like one small baby, even though he's 7 years old. And he keeps on talking buck. And despite all those negative qualities, this Krishna, he thinks Panditamaninaha. He thinks I'm a great scholar and is giving one big lecture to all those Vrajavasis and convince them, don't do Indra Puja. Oh Samvartaka, go and destroy them. And you know how when Krishna during that Samvartaka Pralaya rain, he lifts Govardhana and protects all the Vrajavasis, and it was so nice to see. And so the Samvartaka and all the clouds, they come back and give information to Indra. Indra asks, so what did you all do? Is there anything called Vrindavan on the planet Earth? They just laugh. They say, oh Indra, you know what? We have inundated the entire Vrindavan. You can't even search where is Vrindavan. We have flooded, everything is gone. Then Indra said, no, don't believe that boy. Krishna, Vachalam, Balisham, Sabdaha, Agnya Pandita Maninaha is not some small ordinary boy. Just go carefully check. And when they come and they see, from outside everything looks very normal, but actually there is one hill below which there is a party going on. Krishna is having a nice party with gopas and gopis and all those animals and cows and all that. 7 days and nights, and they're having a nice wonderful party. And finally Indra comes and begs forgiveness from Krishna, and he surrenders to Krishna, and he does Abhishekam to Krishna, and that place is Govinda Kunda, where Madhavendra Puri was sitting, and he was chanting Hare Krishna mantra and thinking of Krishna, Govardhana Giridhari pastime like this. At that time, actually Madhavendra Puri, because he was walking, he was doing a parikrama, and that parikrama was a 50-kilometer parikrama. Not some small from here to shop that we go and we finish up. That parikrama, because of walking and walking and walking, Madhavendra Puri was actually practicing something called Ayachaka Vritti. Yachaka means the beg, to ask. Madhavendra Puri was a sannyasi. Sannyasi is allowed to ask from the 3 house. A sannyasi can go, maximum you can go in front of the 3 house, Bhavati Bhikshan Dehi. You can ask what you want and you can get. But Madhavendra Puri was even extraordinary devotee. He was practicing something called Ayachaka Vritti. Ayachaka, Yachaka means ask. Ayachaka means he doesn't ask anything. His thinking was, Krishna is my master, Krishna is my Lord, whatever I want he will supply, why should I even ask? Just see, if we have to practice that kind of a philosophy, how difficult it should have been in our life. Ayachaka Vritti, he doesn't ask water, he doesn't ask food, he doesn't ask any shelter. If anybody gives water, he drinks. Somebody gives food, he will eat. If somebody calls and gives him shelter, he goes. Otherwise, whatever Krishna, yadrichalabha santushta, whatever Krishna gives on his own, Madhavendra Puri practices. That is the kind of surrender, attitude, devotion he was having for Krishna. And when Madhavendra Puri, walking and doing parikrama, thinking of Govardhana Giridhari pastime, he was sitting at Indramana Bhanga, that Govinda Kunda place where Indra came and begged forgiveness from Krishna. At that time, one small young cowherd boy comes. Madhavendra Puri, you seem to be very tired. Who are you? You seem to be very tired, and I see that you are thinking of something, you're meditating on something. What are you meditating? The boy, the young boy, he was talking to Madhavendra Puri. Madhavendra Puri, what are you chanting? Madhavendra Puri, what are you thinking? What are you meditating? And you seem to be very tired. And then Madhavendra Puri, he opens his eyes because he had closed his eyes and he was thinking of Lord Krishna, his Leela. He opens his eyes and he sees there's this beautiful boy standing in front of him and talking to him. And that boy was holding one pot of milk in his hand for Madhavendra Puri. He was asking, Madhavendra Puri, you seem to be tired and you seem to be very hungry. I have brought a pot of milk for you. Please take. Madhavendra Puri was actually surprised. He said, "Hey, my dear boy, who are you? Where are you coming from? Where is your home? Who are your parents? How did you come to know that I'm hungry? How did you know that I'm sitting here?" And the boy says, okay, don't talk all these things. First, drink this milk. And Madhavendra Puri was just bewildered. How did this boy come to know that I am hungry? I'm sitting here. And the boy says, "No, I'm a cowherd boy here. Some devotees, some women who come to Govinda Kunda to fetch water for their drinking purpose, they saw you and they told me. And Madhavendra Puri, why don't you ask? Why don't you beg and get some food and eat?" Then Madhavendra Puri says, "Hey, my dear boy, actually, I follow ayachaka vritti. I don't ask anything. If anybody gives, I take. Otherwise, I fast. I remain hungry. I think of Krishna, and whatever he gives me, I take, and I feel happy about it." And the boy says, "In my village, nobody goes hungry. If somebody comes, they can beg and take. If they don't ask, I personally come and give them." The boy told. And the Madhavendra Puri was getting bewildered. What's happening? Who's this boy? And what is this milk? And the boy told him, "Madhavendra Puri, drink this milk and I'll come back. I'll take this pot back. I have to go. I have some work. I have to go back immediately." And Madhavendra Puri was still bewitched by the beauty of that boy. It is said the beauty of the boy, Venu Vibhushita Karam, Venu Vibhushita Karam, the hands of those boys was so beautiful. Venu Vibhushita Karam. Navaniradavat, his body, the complexion, the body color of the boy, as if the cloud which is about to rain. Nirada, Nirada means the cloud. Navaniradavat, Pitambaravat, the boy was wearing the dhoti, a yellow color silk dhoti that was so beautifully matching to his body complexion. Venu Vibhushita Karam, Navaniradavat, Pitambaravat, Aruna Bimbadharam, Halam. Said that his lips, the boy who came and gave the milk to Madhavendra Puri, his lips were so beautiful like the crimson fruit, the bimba fruit, the reddish bimba fruit. The Madhavendra Puri was thinking whether that boy lips were holding the fruit or whether the fruits were holding the lips. He was unable to differentiate because they were resembling. Aruna Bimba Phala Dharashtravat. Aruna Bimba Phala. Phala, the fruit. Bimba Phala. Aruna means the reddish. Pitambaravat Aruna Bimba Phalam. And how was the face of that boy? Purnendu Sundara Vadanam, the face of that boy. Purna means the complete. Indu means the full moon. Purnendu Sundara Vadana, the most beautiful face of that boy was resembling the spotless, shining, cooling, profusingly, the light-giving full moon. Purnendu Sundara Vadana. And the eyes, the eyes were moving of the boy and attracting Madhavendra Puri's heart. Aravinda Netrat. They were like the lotus petal continuously moving here and there, and Chanchala, they made Madhavendra Puri's heart melt. Venu Vibhushita Karam, Navaniradavat, Pitambaravat, Aruna Bimba Phalam, Purnendu Sundara Vadana, Aravinda Netrat. When Madhavendra Puri saw this bewitching beauty, He was completely captivated and he was thinking, who is this boy? Why my heart is getting attracted to this boy so much? I'm a sannyasi. I'm not supposed to get attracted to anybody. I'm not supposed to think of anybody like this other than Krishna. I'm only supposed to think of Krishna. Why my heart is again remembering this boy? Why my mind is becoming mad after this boy? What happened to me? Madhavendra Puri was thinking like this. Srila Rupa Goswami describes Krishna's beauty in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. He says, Asama Urdhva Rupa Shri Rupa, the beauty, the form of Krishna, Asama Urdhva Rupa Shri Vismapita Characharaha. Rupa Goswami says, Asama, there is nothing equal to Krishna's beauty. Urdhva, there is nothing greater than Krishna's beauty. Asama Urdhva Rupa Shri. And what is the effect of Krishna's beauty? If any one of us come in contact with Krishna's beauty, what happens? It is said, Vismapita Characharaha. The effect of somebody coming in contact with Krishna's beauty is Vismapita, Vismita. You get bewildered. Chara becomes achara, achara becomes chara. Vismapita characharaha. Moving becomes stunned, and the stunned starts moving. It is described that when Krishna starts walking in Vrindavana with his beauty, the most beautiful Krishna, when he walks in Vrindavana, and when Yamuna, the river Yamuna, when she sees Krishna, the most beautiful boy in Vrindavana, she gets so bewildered. Yamuna, the river Yamuna, instead of flowing forward, she actually starts flowing backwards. Can you ever imagine the river water starts flowing backwards? Because Rupa Goswami describes that is the effect of Krishna's beauty. Vismapita characharaha. Chara becomes achara, achara becomes chara. Moving gets stunned and stunned starts moving. Yamuna, instead of flowing forwards, she starts flowing backwards by seeing Krishna's beauty, because you get bewildered. You comes under that kind of an effect of Lord Krishna's beauty. And it is said, when Krishna walks in the forest of Vrindavan, the deer runs very fast here and there. And when the deer sees the beauty of Krishna in the forest of Vrindavana, and that fast moving deer gets stunned and gets stuck, and it looks like as if somebody has painted a deer picture in the forest. It doesn't look like a deer, the moving deer, as if somebody has painted a picture of the deer, because chara becomes achara. And the cows in Vrindavana, when they see Krishna's beauty, what happens? The milk in the cow's udder starts flowing on its own. Generally, if you want to take the milk out of the cow's udder, either somebody has to go and milk, or the calf has to go and start drinking. Only then the milk comes out. But the cows, by seeing Krishna's beauty, they get so bewitched, they get so bewildered that they forget, and the milk from the udder starts flowing on its own. And if there is a calf, and if calf is drinking the milk from the mother's udder, and while drinking the milk from the mother's udder, and that calf happens to see Krishna's beauty, Rupa Goswami describes the calf gets bewildered and gets confused. Should I now taste the nectar of my mother's milk, or should I now taste the nectar of Krishna's beauty? In this way, they get confused, and the milk, instead of going inside through their mouth and throat, the milk starts coming out of their mouth. They just stop drinking the milk and just start looking at Krishna. Asama Urdhva Rupa Shri Vismapita Characharaha. This is Krishna's beauty. And Madhavendra Puri, who is such a great devotee, he's completely, it is Krishna says that how That's sadhunam hridayo tva aham. That Krishna, who is there in sadhus, the great devotee's heart, they don't get attracted to anything, but he got attracted to that boy. And while thinking like this, he drank the milk and he was enjoying that special milk. And while chanting Hare Krishna, he just kind of fell unconscious. And in his unconscious kind of a dream he gets. And in the dream, the boy who came to Madhavendra Puri to deliver the milk appears. Madhavendra Puri, Madhavendra Puri, did you not recognize me, Madhavendra Puri? Madhavendra Puri, I'm Gopal. I'm the king of this Braj. I'm your Gopal, Madhavendra Puri. Did you not recognize me? Madhavendra Puri, I have been waiting for you. Madhavendra Puri, you have so much love and devotion for me in your heart. I have been waiting. When will Madhavendra Puri come to Vrindavan? When will Madhavendra Puri come to Govardhana? When will he come? When will he come? Madhavendra Puri, I have been waiting for you every day. Madhavendra Puri, I'm Gopal. I was installed by my great grandson Vajra 5,000 years back as a deity of Gopal. Later, when Muslim kings started attacking temples, the devotees, out of fear, they actually relocated me, and out of fear of those attackers, they hid me, they kept me in the jungle, in the bush, and they ran away. Madhavendra Puri, for hundreds of years, for so many years, I'm staying in the forest. I've been waiting for you to come and excavate me, lift me out and take me out. Madhavendra Puri, I've been facing scorching heat. Madhavendra Puri, I've been standing alone in the rainy season. I'm going through the cold season. Madhavendra Puri, when I was there in the temple, they were taking care of me. They were giving me bhog. They were giving me offerings. They were giving me all kinds of treatment. Now nobody is taking care of me, Madhavendra Puri. I'm Gopal. I'm the king of this place, and I've been waiting for you. When will Madhavendra Puri come? When will Madhavendra Puri come? When will I take seva? When will I take his love in the form of his service? Madhavendra Puri, please tomorrow, you please get all those residents of Vrindavana, lift me up and install me on the temple. In this way, Krishna, the Gopal who came and gave milk to Madhavendra Puri, said the wait is over. Now that you have come, I have been waiting for you, Madhavendra Puri. Krishna, Muni Jana Rudaya Chora Chatura, the great sages, the great munis, the yogis, they go to Himalayas thousands and thousands of years. They sit and do tapasya to see the Lord. And here the Lord is waiting. He's saying, my dear devotee, I have been waiting for you. Look at the love of Madhavendra Puri. What a great devotee he is. He's not an ordinary devotee. He's saying that I want you. I want your help to excavate me. And when Madhavendra Puri immediately wakes up, when he wakes up from his dream kind of a state, he starts crying. Krishna came to me. Krishna, my Lord, Prananatha, whom I am worshipping. My soul, hey Natha, hey Krishna, hey Gopi Jana Vallabha. You are my Lord. You came to me personally. You gave me milk. I did not recognize you. Kwaham. Madhavendra Puri starts thinking. He says that Kwaham Daridra Papiyan. Kwaham aham daridra papi. I am the most poverty stricken. I have no devotion. I have no love. If I had any devotion, if I had any love, I would have recognized Krishna. Kwaham daridra. Kwaham papi. I'm a papi. I'm the most sinful one. I have so much poverty in my heart. Kwaham Krishna. Who is Krishna? Who am I? I'm a daridra. I'm a papi. That's why I did not recognize Krishna when he came to me personally with pot. Who is Krishna? Kwaham Krishna. Kwaham Krishna Sriniketana. Krishna is Sriniketana. He is Lakshmi Pati. He is worshipped by Sriniketana. He came to me. I did not recognize him. What is this? he starts lamenting like this, but he consoles himself and he says, Krishna, you are there in the jungle, you are in the bush, my dear Lord, how is it possible? And he goes and he wakes up all the nearby village people, Aniora, the village people, and tells them Krishna is here. He's there somewhere in the forest. Please pick up the chopper. Please get the spade. Get all the stools. Let's go. Let's bring Krishna, Gopal, Rajesha. Let us bring him. And all the residents, and they're just bewildered. They don't know what's this sannyasi. Swamiji is speaking. They all pick up their tools and they go. And Madhavendra Puri, exactly as indicated by Krishna in the dream, he walks and he locates. There is a bush. And he tells them, cut this bush. And they all start cutting. And they finally saw the Gopal, the deity, the Govardhana Giridhari, the one who lifted Govardhana, installed by Vajranatha, was there in the form of Gopal. Immediately Madhavendra Puri falls on the ground and he says, Gopala Balam Bhuvanaika Palam. Gopala Balam, hey Gopala, who is in the form of a small child, 7-year-old small child. Gopala Balam, Bhuvanaika Palam, Samsara Maya, Atimaha Jalam. We are all stuck in the Samsara Maya, which is extraordinarily big entangling net. Samsara Maya, Atimaha Jalam. He says, Yasho Vishalam Shishupala Kalam. Hey Krishna, Gopala, your greatness are unlimited. Shishupala Kalam, even though you look like a small boy, but you killed the demon called Shishupala. Yasho Vishalam Shishupala Kalam, Mukundam, Balam Mukundam Manasas Smarami, Balam Mukundam Manasas Smarami, Gopala Balam Bhuvanaika Palam. Hey Gopala, hey Gopala. Madhavendra Puri, on the order of Krishna, discovered the deity of Gopal with the help of all the residents. And finally, Madhavendra Puri installed Gopal and Govardhana and did Abhishekam to Gopala as per his instruction with 900 water pots from Govinda Kunda. This way, Madhavendra Puri, who is so dear to Krishna, we should think Krishna, not an ordinary person. Krishna comes and lifts us from the samsara. But that Krishna is coming and asking Madhavendra Puri, you please come and lift me from the bush, from the forest. Krishna, you lift everyone from Daridra. You lift everyone from Papa. You lift everyone from Samsara Kupa. You are coming me and asking me to lift you. Hey Dina Bandhu, Karuna Sindhu, you are asking me to lift. What is this? See, the difference between Vishnu and Krishna, we need to understand. Lord Vishnu, he's Krishna. But in that form of Lord Vishnu, he never requests devotees to help him. He helps devotees always. Whenever devotees are in trouble, Vishnu comes and helps. Right? But Krishna is not like that. Krishna requested devotees to help them. He says in Bhagavatam, Aham Bhakta Paradhina, Aham Bhakta Paradhina, He Aswatantra Ivadvijaha. Hey Brahmana, Aham Bhakta Paradhina, I'm completely under the control of my devotees. He Aswatantra, I have no Swatantra. Why is that? Krishna in Bhagavatam, first canto, first shloka, you declared that Janmad Yasya Yataha Anvayad Itaratas Charta Abhikna Swarat. You are Swarat, you are supremely independent. That supremely independent Krishna is telling, Aham Bhakta Paradhina, He Aswatantra, I am completely controlled by my devotees. I have no independence. Why? Sadhur Grasta Hridayam, Sadhur Grasta Hridayam. They have captured and kept inside of their heart, I have no freedom. I have no control. You see, that is why I always ask my devotees help for whatever I want. So Vishnu does not take help, but he gives help. But Krishna, in order to increase the intimacy, increase the sweetness of relationship, he takes help from his devotees. That is why he's asking Madhavendra Puri to come and lift him up. Krishna who lifts, in the Garuda Purana it is said that Garuda Skandham, Narayana, Krishna who sits on Garuda, comes and he gives his hand and lifts people from the material ocean. That Krishna is asking Madhavendra Puri, please lift me and I'm waiting for you. And the wait is over. That is the greatness of Madhavendra Puri. So that is why Srimad Bhagavatam says, Shrutasya Pumsan Suchira Shramasya. Shrutasya Pumsan, we have to hear about Krishna. We have to hear about great devotees like Madhavendra Puri. Suchira Shramasya, for a long time, again and again, again and again. Why? Tat gunan shravanam mukunda charanara vinda rudayeshu yesham. If you do this again and again and again, day after day, Mukunda charanam, the Krishna's lotus feet, Mukunda will manifest in our heart. Krishna will come and stay in our heart. So this is the pastime of Madhavendra Puri with Gopal. But one good news is that this sweet pastime doesn't get over here. There is another part of this, Gopal that he performed that we will discuss tomorrow in tomorrow's episode. So I really thank all of you for coming and attending this My Sweet Lord every day, because unknowingly you are following Srimad Bhagavatam third canto, that shloka, Shrutasya Pumsam Suchira Shramasya. You see, tat gunan shravanena mukunda charanara vinda rudayeshu yesham. You are manifesting Krishna in your heart by hearing everyday Krishna's pastime. Your life is glorious. Krishna has blessed you because you are hearing Krishna Katha every day. So we will hear the part 2 of this Gopala Bala Madhavendra Puri's pastime tomorrow in another episode. Before we close the today's pastime, I request all of you to please watch the small video. Let us take the darshan of Gopal. Who is he? He is Kwaham Krishna Sriniketana, who came and requested Madhavendra Puri. He wants Krishna Bhuvanaika Sindhu, Karuna Sindhu, Dina Bandhu, who lifts everyone. He wanted Madhavendra Puri. Who is that Gopala? Let us have his darshan on the screen. Let us see. The folk devotees had performed a pastime. Let us watch that.
Govinda Damodara Ma